What's going on YouTube? Carfry King here. Just wanted to give you guys a quick video, a little bit of a channel update, where I've been, what's been going on since the last time we were here making videos, doing stuff. Pretty much, last we did was talk about Digimon. We were playing Digimon, I think set 14 to come out around November-ish of last year. But since then, I honestly haven't been playing Digimon much, if any. There's been, changes in life, changes, to my schedule that have not allowed me to get out to any of the Digimon events and things like that. And among schedule changes, my interests have changed. After regionals last year, the last regionals I think I competed in, which was I think at the beginning of summer, where I played Beelzemon before the restrictions, I think it was, before Itmon got restricted. After that, I really started to think about, where I was in the game and things like that. And after opening set 14 in November, something just clicked where just, the game, obviously with life changes, but then the game, there were just certain things in the game that just didn't satisfy me as much and caused me to more or less drift away from wanting to actually play. Lo and behold, I started to learn how to play Flesh and Blood probably around Thanksgiving, which was actually my birthday last year, November 23rd. But around that time period is when I started to learn, how to play Flesh and Blood. And Flesh and Blood has been a game that I've stayed away from, for a while, for a few years, just because, and I know the game came out in 2019, but, when I would see people playing the card shop, I would always, been told that the game required you to spend like $2,000 to have a semi-competitive deck and, things like that. And it's just heavily price gated. That's not the case. It hasn't been the case. My brother and I and our boy Dread Joker 18, we went to a kind of like just whenever they had a locals around around here, and we were just introduced to the community. We sat down. They brought out some Blitz format, which is like they have different formats. Blitz format is kind of like the short, more condensed version format of the game. But they brought out some decks. During tournament, they were teaching us. We didn't enter tournament, but they were teaching us how to play the game, what each of the cards did, and just kind of going over things and whatnot. And from then on, we just got a real sense of community. We just got a sense of like, man, these people love their game. They defeated the aspersion that the game costed a ton of money to get into. Eventually, as we started, showing up to play more, the community of Feisty locals here in the Washington D.C. area, Washington D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, been the best community of players I've been around ever. They are always, giving cards out, giving you bulk, helping you build decks. Very active community. The stores are all work. A lot of the stores in the area work with each other for the competitive seasons and different events and things like that. Again, it's just been such a refreshing, way that I've been spending my time in terms of playing card games, and the way that the game works and everything about it in terms of like how the battles go. You have a hero there. It is a lot of times it's just a 1v1, start off strong, get weaker as the game goes on. Life totals are really close, and I'll say every decision you make in the game feels like it matters. Like literally every decision, especially when you start to get sub 10 life, every decision matters, and that's kind of the one thing that really attracted me, was that every decision I make matters. I know where I can misplay. I know where I can get better value out of certain plays. I'm not dying to random mechanics for playing the game, which is, you know, another thing that kind of started drifting me away. Was I had a tournament experience where I set up my board for Digimon and I swung into security and my board got wiped from security, and I was in a winning position. I controlled the board, I did everything I needed to do, and then I ended up losing from a position of strength just due to me trying to progress the game state towards me winning. And again, that's just the nature of the game, and I'm not knocking that at all, but Flesh and Blood has been something that I've wanted out of a card game, like a fighting game but a card game. And so I've been happy playing Flesh and Blood. You know, the other thing is that they have an event they have more events than we do weekends in a year. Every weekend there's an event or three in either, whether it's international, like this weekend is basically a regional tournament in Milwaukee. There's also one in Lyon. I can't remember where that is, but it's international. You know, they have events every weekend. You have people who, you know, Mansan, who runs Savage Feeds. He is a fantastic person when it comes to getting us the live stream of these competitive events. And I mean, even locally here, I've been in competitive events. We really started the Premier format back in February, and it was a road to national season. I was able to get second place in it. The store turned it into a 1K, and I was able to, you know, walk away with some cash. Got my nationals invite, got an exclusive playmat. We had ProQuest season, you know, about a week or two after road to national season ended, which was, and if you win, you get a gold foil card. You get an invite to whatever the next ProQuest or Pro Tour was. You know, with road to national, you still get a gold foil, still get all that. And then national season came around. I actually went to Minnesota for US Nats, and then we, you know, now we are, the newest set Rosetta just came out, and we are about to start ProQuest season, which starts next weekend. You know, so I'm just excited. There's a competitive season, you know, locally, places. Oh, there's always places to travel to. There's always an event going on. They have different formats to play into, but yeah. So that's really what I've been doing since, I want to say, since around Thanksgiving last year is what I've really been doing. And I just wanted to basically say, you know, moving forward, I'm going to be doing pretty much just Flesh and Blood videos. We're going to be going over deck profiles, or deck tags as we call them. I'll put the February link in the description. Definitely be doing a lot of match videos. Going to hop on the Talishar client, and we're going to be doing a lot of match videos there. You know, maybe when, you know, we get a little bit more familiar with certain things, we can get some player interviews on to figure out, see, you know, how these people are thinking about how they construct their decks. One thing about this game is that this game allows for a vast amount of skill expression in terms of deck building and playing, and like I said, the decisions that you make in game, plus, you know, sideboarding, things like that. So there's a lot that goes into it, but yeah, so I'm just very excited about where we're going to be going with that, and getting Flesh and Blood started on the channel. So that's where I've been, that's what we're doing here, and you know, let's get it going. It's Cardfight King, and I'm out.